Good morning, everyone. My name is Lynn, and I want to welcome you back to my channel, or if you've not been here before, welcome to my channel. You'll see all kind of things here if you haven't ever been. I do homesteading stuff, I do crafting stuff, just a little bit of everything. Today I am doing part 4 of a pantry staple series. And just a quick rundown of why I did it this way. I'm filming them all in one day, but I'm filming them in segments to where they're small videos, because as of right now, it would have been a 2-hour long video, because they're averaging about half hour, 20 to 30 minutes. So doing it this, breaking them up, gives you a couple different options to where if you don't have that big of a, nobody's got, unless you're watching a movie, nobody's got 2 hours to spend. So I have done, let me give you a rundown. Ranch seasoning, Jiffy cornbread mix, that was in my first one. The second one was white cake mix and taco seasoning. That was in video 2. Video 3 was peanut butter brownie mix. I'm so ready to make that. And that may be a video I do. I don't know. I'm ready for some brownies. Because I was working with all this stuff and it was just making me hungry for sweets. Not necessarily, food, just sweets. But I am trying to lose weight, so and I'm getting there. I'm almost to my goal. I got about roughly 10 pounds to go, and I'll be at my goal. So I'll make it. And I don't deny myself the things that I want right now. I just do it in moderation. I allow myself to have a dessert, whether it's one of those little mini drumstick ice creams that's like 70 calories, but it settles my need or my want for something sweet, or maybe a Lindor chocolate truffle or something like that. So I'm not denying it. I'm just not gorging myself out on it either. But anyway, I digress. This is not a diet channel. But it does have me wanting those brownies. So I did the brownies and everything bagel on my last video, the third video. Now this one is going to be, I'm doing a ranch, another ranch one, but this is a Fiesta Ranch. So it's a little bit more spicy, and my family will probably use it. I will not, because I have ulcers and can't do spicy things, but they love it. So, I gotta make them happy too, right? And then, so I'm doing the ranch, and then I'm doing fajita mix. I did a taco mix, and they're very similar, but they have differences to where, in a pinch, I have used taco seasoning for fajitas, and vice versa. If I didn't have one or the other. But this way, even if I don't have it, I can make it up, right? So, what do we want to do first? Well, I have the fajita mix little jar in my hand, so we'll do that first. Oh, and a side note, I've said this in every video. I'll link the little manual vacuum pump down below. I get nothing from it. I'm not, it's just something that works for me. So if you want it, the link will be down there. It's a little $13 manual pump. It was very affordable. I didn't want to invest in anything huge. Now, as I get older, my wrist may not want me to hand pump it. And, if that's the case, then I might go with the electric one. But I'm not there yet. So it is one of the things that I wouldn't mind getting one day, but just not now. My little $13 one will be fine. So I vacuum seal all of my pantry staples to make them last longer. Now, I did, oh, and there's another, I do have a separate pantry staple where I did 4 recipes in one video, and it got to be a little long. That's why I'm cutting these up. Sorry. That's why I'm, separating these out, because that was a very long video for somebody to have to watch. It was almost an hour. But in that one I did, I showed my homemade shake and bake. Ugh, I love me some shake and bake. But in that recipe that I actually, because that was my Parmesan shake and bake, and I used Parmesan, the grated Parmesan cheese. And if you're going to use something like that, you need it to be shelf stable so you don't have to put it in your fridge. Because I don't know about y'all, but my fridge is full enough. My freezer's full enough. So when I can something or make it shelf stable, I do it. So, and I think I talked about my manual pump in that video too. So it just gives you a lot more longevity and being able to use a cool, dark, cabinet rather than your refrigerator. So let's get started. We'll do the fajita mix first, and then I'll do the Fiesta Ranch. Okay, so on the fajitas, I need a 1/3 cup chili powder, and I'll make the same disclaimer that I made in the other videos. Yes, these are store-bought ingredients for the moment. I will be growing a lot of the things that I use as seasonings. Now, I don't know about chili powder. Let's see. This is I might have my daughter-in-law grow, because she likes to grow chili peppers, so she can grow those and dry them for me, and I'll grind them up and everything. But all right, so a 1/3 cup of chili powder. You know what I think I'm going to do? Well, because I just don't want to make a mess. And I do tend to make a mess. I can't use that because I'm going to use that for my... Well, yeah, I can. I'm using chili powder in my Fiesta thing, so... Alright. Now I don't have to worry about being as careful because I have my funnel below. Boy, this finely ground powder, it just likes to stick together. Alright, so a 1/3 cup of chili powder. I'm going to leave that open because I'm going to be using it here in a minute for the other. Alright. Okay. So, 3 tablespoons of paprika. Again. Now, paprika, I'll be buying, what did I say, 3 of these? Yeah, 3 of these. 1. Ooh! Well, that was probably my 3rd that fell off. Well, I'm going to do just a little bit. That's what I'm saying. These finely ground powders, they do not make it very easy. But I'm going to only use about half of a tablespoon because a lot of it fell in there. Oh, I'll leave that uncovered too because I'm going to need that for this. Alright. So my onion powder. So, there's I'm so aggravated. Technology, right? So, I filmed the entire video of the fajita mix and the Fiesta Ranch, only to find out that it didn't alert me that I needed to clear storage. So all of that I was recording didn't record. And I don't need to make more of these. So I'm just going to have to walk you through them. And I'm sorry about that. I hate that it has to be that way because yeah, I'm sorry. If I needed more seasoning right now, I would totally redo it, refilm it. But as it is now, I'll just walk you through everything. The paprika came out super fast. So I'm going to start from the top and I'll just tell you what I added. And I'm sorry that's not the way I wanted the video to go, but unfortunately that's the way it's turning out. So we have a 1/3 cup of chili powder, 3 tablespoons of paprika, and on my paprika you can see I kind of did a little extra because it was, you know, crazy to get out. 3 teaspoons of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoon of garlic powder. And like I said before, when my greenhouse gives me my onions and garlic, I won't be using the store. Well, I'll use the store-bought until I run out, and then I will use the stuff that I harvest out of my own greenhouse and out of my herb beds that I have on my front porch. In fact, I will add that at the end of this video. I will add in, well, actually I might just go ahead and add that after I finish reading this before I finalize my video. I'll show you kind of an update of the little herb garden I have going on out there. But anyway, okay, so back to this. The last thing I said was 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. Now these, I don't even know. That will take me 10 years to use. Not really, but it's going to take a long time. So, on the cayenne pepper, I ended up using, it called for 3/4 of a teaspoon. Usually I would not use that much. But I went ahead and compensated a little bit with my sugar ingredients so that it could tamp down that, because the cayenne does give it a good flavor. I just can't do anything really spicy with my ulcer, so usually I would use about half of what they recommend, but I went ahead and went with the 3/4 teaspoon. And then I did a tablespoon of sugar. Actually, I did a little bit more to kind of counteract that cayenne pepper. And then 3 teaspoons of salt. And it smells really, really good. I wish you could smell it. I mean, you know, oops. Oh, we've already established I make a mess in the kitchen. It smells very close to the taco seasoning, but like I said, you know, I have interchanged them before. But this has a little bit of heat where the taco seasoning doesn't. To me, anyway. Alright. So, anytime you want to use this or this, and I'll tell you this again, I will repeat myself till the cows come home. And I'm sorry I'm slouching. My back is hurting after doing all 4 episodes of the Pantry staples. But I wanted to get them done and get them filmed so that y'all can get them. They probably won't all come out at one time because of YouTube's algorithms. It would mess me up. So, but they will be anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes long. So they're not huge, but it's taking a toll on my back. So after this, I'm going to sit down. I'm not going to nap. I'm tired, but like I said in the video that you will never see because it didn't get recorded because my camera stopped recording. I was asking, how old do we have to be to when, you know how we nap when we're children? How old do we have to be to where it's okay that we nap during the day? I said, I can't nap. I wish I could. But I wouldn't sleep at night if I napped during the day. So, anyway, at least I can go sit down and take pressure off my back. But 3 teaspoons of this, when it calls for fajita mix, 3 teaspoons is basically equivalent to 1 packet that you would buy in the store. So just go in there and get 3 teaspoons out. And if you want it to last long, vacuum seal it again. If not, it'll probably last anywhere from 3 to 6 months in your cabinet. I use taco mix a lot more than I use fajita mix, so I'll make sure that I vacuum seal this so it'll last even longer. Alright, so for my ranch, well, I did my regular ranch already, but for this one, it is the Fiesta Ranch, and I believe I said in the beginning of the part of the video that I actually recorded, I won't eat the Fiesta Ranch because it is definitely spicier than the regular ranch seasoning. But hey, my family likes the little spicier stuff, so they'll love that flavor with this. I used a cup of the powdered buttermilk. I still have some of that left over, but I didn't know that you could get powdered buttermilk. I mean, you know, ranch dressing is liquid, so you use real buttermilk. But I didn't know that there's even a thing as buttermilk powder. But I learned something new. Now this right here says best by February of 2028. And it is May of 2024. So that's a 4-year shelf life for this puppy. Now that I've opened it, I seriously doubt it will be that long. And there's enough in here to where I may go ahead and transfer it to, you know, maybe something like this. I think this would be too big, but maybe a small one like this and vacuum seal it so it'll last a lot longer than a year, you know. Your miles may vary with that one. I don't know. I've never used powdered buttermilk, so I would have to research that. So do yourself a favor, if you want to make the buttermilk powder shelf stable after you open the package, research it and see how long it would be shelf stable if you vacuum seal it. If you don't vacuum seal it, whatnot, do your research. That's all I can say, because I don't play. I don't play with things that will make my family sick. There's a old adage that says, when in doubt, throw it out, or give it to your pigs or whatnot. But now I will use there's a lot of things to where I will use past their best by date as long as they're not spoiled. It's funny because that's the way my grandma was, and that's the way I grew up, you know. My husband, he loves his best by dates, and I don't fault him for that, because like I said, if there's any doubt, throw it out. So if that makes him feel a lot better, then I don't mind doing that. Now, there are some things that, you know, I will be more adamant about that we can use past a due date, like bread. And he's even found this out on some breads, that the best by date, that bread is still fresh as the day we bought it, even though it's 4 days, 5 days past its best by date. As long as it's not growing anything, it's good. So he gets where I'm coming from. Even if he doesn't, he loves me. So, but anyway, it tried to do that, messed me again. So I was talking about Best Buy dates and whatnot. So, you know, your miles may vary on that right there. So just be careful. That's why I prefer to go ahead and vacuum seal it to hedge my bets. All right, dried parsley. The parsley flakes, a 1/4 cup of it. Now, this is one of those other things that I said I was going to go ahead and start growing because, oh, I hope I'm not losing too much light. The clouds are starting to come in. But the parsley flakes, I'll start growing because I thought they were always, you know, just like a garnish for aesthetics, not really for flavor. But, you know, I have room. I'll start growing it. And toward the end of the video, I'll add a clip of showing you my little herb buckets out front. Barrels, whatever you want to call them. And then I got some of those little stackable things from Dollar Tree that it's 3 spots, but you stack them in such a way it makes like a little mini tower, almost like those green stalks that are like 5 tiers that are, you know, really tall up. This is just a smaller scale. Those you can do a lot of different food in. This I just do for, you know, my little herbs and whatnot. But I'll add that toward the end of the video so y'all can kind of see. I've got sage, basil. You'll see. But anyway, I'll add on the little Dollar Tree thing. I'll add because I bought 9 or 10, I believe. So I'll do 1 for parsley. So, you know, because I pretty much wiped this out. But anyway, so the 1/4 cup of dried parsley for this. I did 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. And I'm so sorry. This is the 3rd time having to record this one recipe because of the storage issue. Once I finish filming here, I'm going to go ahead and move all the storage, and that way it's saved and backed up, and I start fresh on this. So 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of minced dried onions, and that's another thing that, you know, once my greenhouse starts producing, I will be doing my own instead of having to rely on store-bought. I will use all my store-bought stuff first because, like I said, I'm not going to waste. I don't waste money. I don't waste food. That came from growing up with hardly any food. My mom did the best she could. She was a single mom of 4 children. And, you know, I just learned you don't waste food because there's too many people that don't have enough. So, and I know this is just seasonings, but still, it's a mindset of mine. So, minced onions. 2 tablespoons of minced onions, and I'm sorry I am repeating myself. 2 tablespoons of cumin, which I will never have to worry about trying to grow anything because that'll last me forever and a day. A tablespoon of dried chives, which I've said before, but I will say again, I already have dried chives from my herb garden, but I need to use this first. Then I had a tablespoon of chili powder, and since I have recorded this one section too many times, if I do mess up, I will have everything typed out below in the description. So if you can't rely on my poor little fatigued brain, look below. I got you. I got you. So anyway, the chili powder was 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of the dried chives and dill. And I'm not used to using dried dill because when I do my cucumbers out of the greenhouse, I use fresh dill. So I had to go buy this. I've never used dried dill before. So I'm hoping that it works really well. And since I have so much, and my daughter-in-law is such a fanatic over ranch dressing, I think I'm going to make her maybe 2 of the quart size. Sorry, long night, and this has gone on way too long too, but I need a nap. I'm not going to take one, but I need one. Anyway, I think I'm going to make her like 2 quart size jars of shelf stable. That way she can, you know, just measure out when she wants to make her some fresh ranch dressing. Or, you know, ranch seasoning, and she'll have boo-koodles of it, but it'll stay shelf stable because, you know, vacuum sealing. So, I'll be able to use all that, trust me. And then I have salt and pepper. Now, the salt was only 1.5 teaspoons, and I used the sea salt, the fine sea salt, and then 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And I wish that y'all could have seen the beautiful layers that the Fiesta Ranch made, and then the fajita. They were so pretty. But then I mixed them, and the first time that the video cut out on me and I didn't know it, then they did it again. But they was already mixed, so you didn't miss anything on that one. So I do apologize. It's not a long video for you, but it's been a super long video for me because I've done this 3 times. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to insert the video here of my little herb spots so you can see them, and they're growing. Now, this was taken a couple days ago when the sun was shining. It was beautiful. Not the rainy mess that we're dealing with now. But, yeah, I'll go ahead and add that now. Okay. Forgive the noise behind me. The air conditioner is on because, you know, it's not exactly cool. So this one has sage and basil in it. Now, I've already deadheaded a lot of my sage already this spring so that it didn't get crazy because it was super high. And I got my 2 little basils, all of my rosemary and all its beautiful glory, and my single little lavender. Now, I know the soil looks dry. It's not. I mean, you can kind of see it's not dry. Just that surface is. Because when I watered it today, I didn't water it too crazy because it's supposed to get some rain. So let me show you what I did on I brought out from my window box in my kitchen, but I'm going to pause it real quick. Okay. Let me try this again. Apparently I was doing it again and didn't realize it. I was recording and never hit record. All right, so I picked up these little stackable units at Dollar Tree. And I got quite a few of them, so this won't be the only ones I do. But I did want them to come out here because my chives and my thyme, I wanted them to have their own designated space. They were sharing space in a little rectangle window box that I had, but it was on the smaller side, and my chives were definitely suffering. So I planted some more chives in here and there, but you see what a space hog this thyme is. It was taking up all the chives' space. So I brought it out here, put it in this. Now, this has got some thyme in it, and I planted more seeds today, and then that's got thyme in it with more seeds. And don't worry about this, it's dry, but I'm not sweating that. There's no seeds in there. So I just wanted to show y'all how my little stackable unit was coming along out of being converted from my kitchen's window box. So on the little, the little Dollar Tree things I showed you, the seeds I went ahead and planted to go with the ones that were already there. The thyme has already popped up. The chives will probably take another day or two before I see them start to, you'll see them. The little bitty loop will be, and then the seed will be on top, but it'll be a couple more days before I see those little guys pop up. But I hope y'all have enjoyed the content. I'm sorry it got all messed up. If I would have needed to make more, I would have gladly refilmed me making it. So I hope it wasn't too boring, me sitting here just talking. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up if you don't mind. Or subscribe to my channel. That would be great, since I'm just, starting out. And you can get notified when, if you click the notifications, you can get notified when I post new content. I think that's it. Other than, y'all have a wonderful day. I think I'm going to go sit down and rest my back and maybe knit, crochet. Actually, I do have a thing that I'm working on with my crochet, so I'll probably just pop out my yarn and enjoy the rest of the day. Y'all have a great one. Bye-bye.